So you have a nice linear function. This isn't so great, but let's say you have a really good one. You still can do better, because linear functions are always straight lines. Always running straight. Let me move that over here. So what we really want to do is have a line that bends a little bit. But it's sort of like the good linear function we found. So, for example, let's say we want to add a little quadratic to this guy. So what I'm going to do is lower the linear function a little bit. I'm going to take this linear function, make it a little lower. I'm going to make it 15,300 plus 200 a month. And then I'm going to throw in a quadratic. So what am I going to do? I'm going to add in month minus 1 times month minus 12. And I'm going to multiply that whole thing by 10. What that's going to do is give me the same value in month 1, because when we put 1 in, this guy is 0, and month 12, but otherwise it's going to add a bit of curve to it. And it stinks. Let's see how it stinks. I really want, because it's curving the wrong way, let's change it to minus 10. Now, it's still not great, but it does sort of seem like what I was going for. Maybe if I raised it a little more, or back to 15,500, put it up 200. Still, it's not nearly as good as just a straight line. Sometimes life is like that. But that's okay. There's other things we can do too. Of course, the problem is it's not really above. In the beginning, it goes up more than the line. In the bottom, it goes down more than the line. So what we really want is something that looks more like a sine function. So what I'm going to do is take my original green guy and instead add, say, 300, because the Dow's not going to notice adding little bits of 1 or minus 1 times the sine of month, and I want it to have a period that's nearly 12 months, which is sort of, now the normal period of a sine function for a regular sine would be 2 pi, which is about 6 months. So I'm going to do month, and we're going to make it 12 months. So we're going to do divide that by 2 and make it 4 pi. And if I hit enter here, we're going to see that I get a really good function. Below 15,000 ever. And so, and you see how it gets really near all the points. Not too many big errors there. But if we switch, now you might think, oops, okay, you might think that this guy makes for a really nice prediction. But let's see what happens if it's got low error. Let's see if it makes a good prediction. So what I'm going to do is take the months and replace it with times 6.5 like we did before. We just got to make sure to do it with all of them. Times 16.5, and this month will also get replaced by 16.5. And when I do that, I don't get anything because I don't have a times in there. Okay, now I'll do it. And you see that I get something that's even worse. Just being better on 12 doesn't mean you predict better. But it's about the same, and actually, we're not at the middle. When I'm talking to you, I'm not at the middle of April yet. So towards the beginning of April. So maybe the Dow will go up 1,000 by the time you get to do the project. Who knows?